you're there to be surrounded by the bad guys, and that's what you want.
On October 15, 1967, a 19-year-old Army private named James Bryan got what he wanted. Bryan was on guard duty that night when he heard movement at the front of the camp. It was 250 North Vietnamese soldiers.
We had a large enemy force moving up the hill, and we fired on them. And when they fired back, my sergeant was killed. So it left me in charge.
Bryan woke up his fellow soldiers to confront the enemy. The battle lasted until the morning.
Of our 43 men, we had 9 killed, 22 wounded.
Bryan was wounded 3 times that night, but refused medical attention, telling medics to care for those who were in more serious condition. Despite his actions, Bryan never considered himself to be a hero.
Heroes are dead. The people that left are survivors.
The Army awarded Bryan a Bronze Star with Valor for his actions that night. 7 months later, he found himself in a position to save the lives of fellow troops.
I was 20, and I had 15 days left in the Vietnam to go home. And I was called to take charge of the 16 people to defend against 100.
Bryan shot a suicide bomber before he could strike. He's credited with saving the lives of 200 American and South Vietnamese soldiers. The Army awarded him a Silver Star. During the course of his military career, Bryan was injured 6 times. He received 3 Purple Hearts, 3 Bronze Stars, that Silver Star, 3 Arkhams, and 2 Vietnamese Cross of Gallantry medals. While he's grateful for his decorations, Bryan says he was just doing his job.
When a male or female puts that uniform on, they're giving a blank check to the United States. During that time, they can put their life on the line.
Bryan's story caught the attention of former Okaloosa County Commissioner Wayne Harris, who thought his service was worthy of the prestigious Medal of Honor.
He's really a good guy, a war hero and an American hero. He almost gave his life for the protection of others. James deserves ultimate recognition for his heroism.
Harris spoke in an article about Bryan's military service. Then U.S. Senator Bill Nelson read the article and nominated Bryan for the Medal of Honor. Bryan takes the pending nomination in stride.
To me, the most important thing for me is I got nominated. I don't care about nothing else.
Bryan has now settled in Panama City, where he's making it his mission to help the homeless. He drops off food to those in need with Trinity Church. It's an issue Bryan says he knows firsthand.
2.5 years ago, I was homeless. I'd lost everything overnight. I won't get into those details, but I was sleeping in my truck. And because of that, I got a good example of what homeless can be.
Bryan still lives out of a camper. He supports himself working as an Uber driver. Though he has a degree in aviation business administration, he can't find work. He says he sent out 100 resumes, but no luck. It's a problem many veterans experience.
When you have people retiring from the military, you've got an asset that's untapped. Well, I have hopes and dreams too. Of course, I get to live mine every day. That helps. But I would like a house one day, you know, and be stable. And these veterans do too.
In Panama City, Tess Rowland, News 13, Panhandle Strong.
So that's where we're